They laughed at his shoes until he left them in the dust. Eli's sneakers were more duct tape than fabric. The soles flapped when he walked, like tiny mouths trying to speak for him when he couldn't. His family couldn't afford new shoes, and he had long given up asking. Each morning before school, he'd take a black marker and try to color over the scuffs, hoping no one would notice. But they always did. The other kids didn't hold back.
Thrift store trash,
they'd chant in the hallways.
Hope your shoes don't fall apart during gym.
Even some teachers looked away, unsure how to handle it, unwilling to dig deeper. Eli learned to walk with his head down, hands in his pockets, heart heavy. But something changed when he stepped onto the basketball court. There, it wasn't about clothes or labels or laughter. It was about movement, rhythm, strategy. And Eli, he was poetry in motion. Even when his shoes gave out completely, he didn't stop. He practiced barefoot on cracked asphalt in his neighborhood, dodging potholes and broken glass. He taped his feet when needed. He jumped, ran, and played until the sun set and the streetlights blinked on. At school, he made the junior team, then varsity. Coaches noticed. Opponents underestimated him until he dropped 30 points on them. Scouts started showing up, clipboards in hand, shaking their heads in disbelief as they scribbled, "Kid can fly." Years later, Eli earned a full athletic scholarship to a Division I university. He played with the same fire, the same grit that came from years of being laughed at for not having enough. He didn't just play, he dominated. And then came draft night. When his name was called, he cried. Not just for the victory, but for every day he felt small. Every insult, every step in those broken shoes. His first signature sneaker, it wasn't flashy. It wasn't about luxury. It was about purpose. The design was inspired by the exact shoes he wore growing up, stitched cracks, worn patterns, and all. On the insole, it read, "What you wear doesn't define you, but what you do in them does." Now, kids around the world line up for Eli's shoes, not because they're the most expensive, but because they carry a story. His story. The boy they mocked for what he wore became the man the world now admires for where he walked and how far he ran.